Hush, hush. Stay calm now. Let's get that blindfold off of you. And the gag as well. Bite, and I'll knock you out. Scream, and I'll probably do the same. There's little use in screaming anyway. We are far out to sea. No one will hear you but my own crew. Let's just have a nice little chat, you and me. Look at you, such a handsome youngling. You should consider yourself lucky. Your ship is nothing but driftwood by now. We ran it aground and took what we could. Would have left you behind with the rest if not for that statuette you were carrying. But I'll come back to that. Right now, I'm more interested in you. I've brought you here to ask you a few questions. And then I decide whether you will sleep in a soft hammock in the cruise quarter tonight, or with the fishes. Oh, come on now. You must have realized what kind of ship you're on. Privateers. Good guess, but not quite. Pirates, most would call us. We bear no letter of marque and sail under no king's flag. We are free agents. Sometimes we trade, but mostly we plunder. We do what we have to survive and try to get some pleasure out of life while we're at it. I had a letter of marque once, but that was long ago. It is better to have no fealties above your captain. Your ship was easy prey, damaged by the storm. You gave us next to no resistance. Oh, my ship has weathered far worse. But if you hail from the north, and it sounds like it by your accent, you might have been caught unawares by one of our summer storms. Where were you heading? Big trading port. And why were you locked in the brig? You steal something. You were tricked, you say. I don't know if I believe you. Were you passenger or crew? A crewman. And what was your job on board? Why, I ask? I have to figure you out, don't I? You could be an asset, or a weakness, or a waste of time. I need to know which one before I decide what to do with you. Where do you come from? Doesn't ring a bell. Small town? I've never heard of it. You are not rich, then, or of noble descent? No? So you cannot be ransomed, and that's a shame. You have any money at all? Anything else of value tucked away? Well, of course you... Yes, you're right. That was a dumb question. Can't trust the answer either way, can I? If you say no, you might be lying to keep your treasure to yourself. If you say yes, You might be trying to save your own skin by claiming to know the way to great riches. I'm just going to assume you're poor for now. Most people are, after all. And you look like you're used to some degree of manual labor, not sitting on your hands all day. Prisoner, is that how you see yourself? Well, it depends, doesn't it? Captured, saved, prisoner, passenger, it's all a matter of perspective. What? Oh, your hands are still bound. I can see how you landed on prisoner then. So if you swear on your mother's peg leg that you'll keep your hands to yourself and no funny business, I'll cut you free. Do you swear it? We have muskets, I'll have you know, and more than one. My cabin door is well guarded. All right. Bound by oath, then, but not by rope anymore. There, see, I'm not completely unreasonable. Look, why don't we try to get along, all right? Let us share a drink as a sign of good faith. Would you like a glass of wine? Or rum, perhaps? I prefer the wine. Rum is a bit too sweet for my tastes. All right, wine for both of us. There you go. Sip it slowly. Savor it. I stole it from a noble, so it's probably expensive. Are you a glass half full or half empty kind of person? You're a pessimist, aren't you? You won't be too surprised if I decide to throw you back in then. Oh, don't take me too seriously now. That probably won't happen. You want to know if I'm a pessimist? Well, pirates tend to be pragmatists, mostly. I guess that would imply a certain degree of pessimism. I find that opportunity is best tempered with a bit of caution, and that's why we're having this conversation. And since questioning you is getting me nowhere, I suppose there's no point in me asking where you found the statuette. You're gonna say flea market or something like that, and I'll be none the wiser. So let me level with you instead. I have one just like yours, and I know very well that there's more to them than meets the eye. Don't believe me? Here, see? Identical, except for the wear and tear. A female figure, laced in gold, with crossed arms, holding a scepter and a whip, and she has the head of a fox, or a jackal maybe, and the base looks like it fits into something. Yours is triangular, mine is circular, and there's a third one with a base shaped like a square. No, I don't have that one, but I know who does. It's in the hands of the worst bilge-sucking picaroon to ever sail the 7 seas. I have captained the Shady Jenny for 8 years. Yes, we have plundered and raided and traded, but the reason I went to sea at all is because of this, the statuette. I inherited it from my father. No, he was no sailor, but he inherited the statuette from his father, who was a sailor. Not a captain, mind you. He was a carpenter aboard Queen Anne's Revenge. Yes, Blackbeard's ship. The one and only. He had 2 best friends aboard, and they explored, you know. Whenever they had shore leave, they wandered around, the 3 of them, always together. Once, when they anchored by an uninhabited island for repairs, the trio got some time off. They explored the jungle and found the ruins of a temple. My father didn't know too much about it. He never wanted me to go to sea. He wanted me to marry and have a litter of babies. The only thing he knew is that they found something. They came back with gold, as much as they could carry, and the 3 statuettes, 1 for each of them. I can only assume they opened something, and that you need all 3. I bet there's more treasure there. By the look in your eyes, you've heard this story before. Did you inherit yours as well? You did. From your great uncle, you say. I suppose you might know more than me about this island and the temple ruins. Or you might know nothing. But you're not telling, are you? Not yet, anyway. You're keeping your cards very close to your chest. Understandable. I would do the same were I in your place. I don't want to force it out of you. We're almost family after all, bound by the friendship of our forebears. But I still need to know that I can trust you, and talking will not accomplish that. So here's my offer. I keep both statuettes for now, safely locked away, and you will join my crew. Work your way up, and if you do well and prove yourself trustworthy, I will not simply take your statuette and throw you overboard. When I get my hands on the 3rd one, and I will, I'll bring you along to the temple. Share the spoils, whatever they are. Yes, I'm serious. There's always room for an extra pair of hands on my ship, and you are a sailor already, so what better than to put you to work? Are you interested? Or would you prefer to jump ship in the next port? I will not force you to stay, but your statuette stays with me if you leave. I'm glad to hear it. In that case, I need to know what you did on that merchant vessel, what skills you bring to the table. What was your position on board? I see. Not been at it for very long, then. Did you go to sea to look for that island? Your great-uncle didn't happen to leave you a map, did he? Or any information about its location? He didn't. That's too bad. No, I don't know either. Not its exact location, but I am confident that I've figured out what archipelago it's part of. But for now, we're chasing the third statuette. And until I get my hands on it, I can certainly find a use for you on board, as long as you are willing to learn. Broaden your skill set a bit, and work your way up the ranks, perhaps. Oswin, the big guy that brought you in here. Yes, the one with all the scars. He's my quartermaster and my purser. He commands the starboard watch. He also settles disagreements among the crew, unless I do it myself. And as a purser, he's also responsible for provisions, so you better stay on his good side. Helena, the sailing master, commands the larboard watch. She's the best navigator I've ever got my hands on. Wherever I want to go, she gets me there. Those two are my closest officers. They make sure that all my orders are carried out. 150 souls on board, more or less, and the Shady Jenny is a well-run ship, in spite of her name. We carry no slaves and put major decisions to a vote, for the most part. As a crew member, you'll have a say in things, albeit a small one. Have you ever faced combat at sea? You will, soon enough, when you sail with me. When I first took this ship, I tore it down almost to the waterline and rebuilt it with more gun ports. It's a 46 gunner now, so nothing to be trifled with. Few can stand against a 23 gun broadside. You will start as a powder monkey, I think, carrying ammo for the gun crews during battle. I will not let you carry your own weaponry until you've proven yourself. No, you will not be given as much as a butter knife until I am sure that you are my crewman completely. You are young and strong, so when not in battle, you'll be assigned to the bosun, and he will no doubt send you up the rigging with the other yunkers. One more task comes to mind. My carpenter, Barnacle Bill, we call him, leads the careening 3 times a year. Next one is a bit overdue, so next we go to shore, I'll put you on his team. In any case, I'll keep you busy until I've chased down the last statuette. The man who has the 3rd one, he's not going to cooperate. I've known him for a long time and he still double-crossed me. We dueled not long ago for the statuettes. The winner would get them both. At least that was the deal. Not very fond of sharing, no. He wanted all of them for himself and the treasure they might lead to. No, the duel was to first blood, not last breath. And I won, but he did not concede. He ran, and he still has the last statuette. Came across your ship when I was hunting him down. His ship is smaller than mine, lighter, faster. He was outrunning us, so when I came across a reefed merchant ship, I decided that 1 bird in the hand is better than 2 in the bush. What now? Now we're heading to Tortuga. He'll show up there eventually, and when he does, we'll be ready for him. Well, crewman, if there's nothing else, I suggest you go to the crew's quarters and find yourself an empty hammock. Aswin will show you the way. Your first shift starts at dawn.